Hello, all Isos here. I'm playing the She-Hulk protection deck that I just built. And we are playing against Rhino, Expert, with Bomb Scare as the modular set. I did initially roll a 5, which would be the MODOK, but while MODOK is a hard encounter set, it doesn't function at all in Rhino, and it just doesn't make for an enjoyable experience. It's a waste of MODOK, basically. He's focused fairly heavily on minions, and Rhino has none. So we didn't do that one. Anyway, we need to get out Breaking and Taken. True the effect here, and that just needs to flip. Now let's put some, and then one more for the red revealed effect. Okay, in which I can no longer remove with Jennifer Walters' ability because, of course, I can't. They shut that down on us. It's a shame. I think I hold on to the legal practice here. Getting rid of Breaking and Taking turn 1 is too good. I mentioned before I started the stream that I should mulligan it, but I forgot about Breaking and Taking. So that makes this whole hand pretty bad. I don't want to hold on to... maybe I want to set up the Indomitable or use the 1-2 punch. Those would be the two that I'll be looking at if I can. But I need to get a double resource card, I think, to do that. No, that doesn't help either. Let's just mulligan these two. See what we get. Okay, that changes everything. Because I could play this for the same cost as this, effectively. Because it's, 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. Leaves me with these two. Not enough. What if I was... to flip back into Alter Ego and actually end turn 1 in Alter Ego form? I could make that work. I think I flip Thwart for 1, split personality spending these 3 cards, draw my 4, and then play Hellcat and maybe Indomitable. That seems good. Let's give it a go. So no, I don't do that. I flip first, which triggers Do You Even Lift, dealing 2 damage. Is that right? The hit points? Yeah, cool. That's right. So let's just go 13. Now let's split personality back. Why is that not working? That should work. Am I hitting delete like I'm supposed to be? There we go. Split personality. So that flips me. And draws me 4 cards. Okay. This becomes a lot better. I use this and this to play Hellcat. I already said the plan. This was thwarting before I split personality. This is after that. That was the plan all along. Now, this turn, I just didn't draw any mental to use this. That's really frustrating. I think I set it up though. No, because then I could lose it. I set up the Indomitable. Because I probably was going to hold on to one anyway. And I set up the Indomitable, the other one anyway. And I set up the Indomitable in case of caught off guard. Losing Superhuman Law Division this early would be brutal. Now, we start the villain phase. This I'll be able to set up, I'm pretty sure. I'll be able to play the Avengers Mansion 2. Good. Okay, that's fine. I object to a threat being placed on there. We draw a card, and he schemes for little, very. And now we get one card. Now, here's the danger. Double thwarts is always a possibility. He would have to get a 3 at the moment to lose, for me to lose the game here. It's not completely terrible, but it would have to be pretty specific. He heals, but he can heal because I dealt damage to him. Okay, that was good. I know it's not ideal, I'm back at square one. Not completely ideal, I'm back at square one. But that could have been a lot worse. Now, how are we going to do this? Let's start by spending 4 for the Avengers Mansion. Four, and I'll hold on to this rather than the Honorary Avenger because I can play the Superhuman Law Division. Let's use that to draw a card. Oh, yeah, I can use either of them to play the Superhuman Law Division, which I will do. And I will use that immediately to remove 2 threat from there. And the reason I'm doing that is I'm about to flip into hero mode, and I might as well just remove some. So let's flip. That deals 2 damage again. We're no longer at square one. And then I'll attack for 3 because why not? Completely emptied my hand on turn 2. I think that was actually a pretty good play, and I don't think I used this. I want to get full value out of this whenever I can. And there'll be 2 there next turn. I forgot to start the hero turn again. Always happens. I have a counterpunch and an Indomitable. I think that's happening. That seems to be happening. Okay. He places 1 on here. He attacks me. I block with my hero. Oh. Caught off guard. Oh, that's out of the way. That's good. 4 overall, -2, so I'm only taking 2 damage. I'll ready and play a counterpunch. So he takes 3 damage. And I take 2. 13. Ready with Indomitable. And then 1 card. Press the right key combination. Oh, scheming on me. That's the thing that's happening. I might even have to swap to Alter Ego to clear all this. Why is that not working? I can't do anything about it right now, so let's just let him go off. Oh, that is a convenient boost card. That's actually not too bad now. Let's draw a card. Start with. Ooh, that stun's pretty good. There's no double scheming. This is in the bag. Yeah, this is it. This is totally in the bag at the moment. So I also just realised I forgot to put on my always on top on chat. So if someone had said something, I wouldn't have seen it. Does that work? No, it didn't. Oh, we'll sort it out in a sec. Yeah, we shouldn't have any issues with this. Okay. This hand. I cannot play Nick Fury. I could have if I didn't counterpunch, but I wasn't that invested in that, particularly as this is a turn I want to flip into Alter Ego. It's part of the reason I did it. So, what do we got? 2 for a superhuman punch, and then a Nick Fury? Nick Fury into that? That seems pretty good, actually. Yeah, I'm going to play superhuman strength. Attack for 5. Which doesn't flip him, but does stun him. Okay, what's the worst case here? Okay, let's just finish this. Flip that. Use that on that to remove 2 there. Okay. Now, do I forward it down to 0? There's no additional advances in Rhino. He does not have any capacity for scheming. So, and I'm also going to remove prevent 1 with my hero ability. So he needs to get 6 with a scheme of 1. That's impossible. I'm better off getting full value out of Hellcat. I say as Hellcat sits there doing nothing for so many turns. But you never let Hellcat die after she hits the table. She's just going to sit there and do her frauding shenanigans whenever she gets a chance. She just kind of chills in the background for the most part, though. Anyway, this does not go up by 1 because I object to that. Then he schemes for 2. And that was one of the cards that modular set cards that are not scary at all. Okay, let's see what I actually get from my actual card. Oh no, a guard minion. Okay, let's think this through. I do have a blue card in hand, I can use that, that's good. I've got a Helicarrier in hand, which will allow me to 1-2 punch. Ooh, that's a little awkward. If I flip and deal the 2 damage to the villain, which I can because it's not an attack, I would trigger him immediately, which would mean I'd be stunned, so I wouldn't be able to attack to kill the guard minion. Or trigger my 1-2 punch. But I still think it's worth it because clearing that stun immediately is pretty good. And I'll take a damage from the Hydra minion, that's not a big deal. Let's start by drawing this card here. Okay. Still have no way to efficiently deal 3. Definitely, I think I use these 3 to set up the Helicarrier. I don't think there's any reason to not do that. I can now play every card in my hand. I could use Luke Cage. I could play Luke Cage, costing these 3. He's stunned. There's a tough. That'll take so long before he even gets to hit me. Or I think I hold on to Luke Cage, and I use this to activate that. This can just chill for another turn. Luke Cage. No, not Luke Cage. Helicarrier plays for an Indomitable, and then I flip. As I mentioned before, I'm going to do the 2 damage here. Just makes more sense than anything else. So that takes us to the next villain. Where are you, next villain? Defeat villain. Okay. Oh no, add tough. Add stunned. Now we're both stunned. I'm going to set up an Honorary Avenger. Because I am an Avenger, so why not? Let's clear the stun. Hold on to Luke Cage. No, I don't hold on to Luke Cage. I won't be able to play it next turn. There's no point to hold on to that. Start the hero phase apparently, then start the villain phase. Ooh, a counterpunch. Doesn't mean no Gamma Slam though. But I'm like no damage. This is going to attack me though. I could block this. Okay, yeah, well, let's do this first. One here. Move the stun. This attacks. If I block this and counterpunch it, it dies immediately. I ready back up. This Gamma Slam's not going to work when I'm only on 2 damage. I think it's alright, because I can use this here to remove that, and then try and use this instead to remove the 2 off here. Yep, I think that's a good play. Okay. So we defend against this. Play that to kill it, play that to ready up. Taking no damage. Kind of. I should be trying to get some damage for this Gamma Slam, but there's only one in the deck, and honestly, I just ride the super efficient stun and 1-2 punch cards and the high attack value. It's pretty good. I could legitimately stay in hero form a lot more longer than I am, but I'm pretty sure I could just do that all the way to the end here. That's that. Then I need a card for the end of the turn. And Shocker. Deal 1 damage to each hero. I am shocked. Oh no. Now I can do 3 damage with Gamma Slam. Okay. It's not a deal. Not a big deal. Let's start the hero phase, and I'm just giving up on trying to remember to start it at the actual start of the turn. I'm just gonna play it here. I think I set up the focus rage, then immediately use it. Ooh, that's something I hadn't considered. With this whole strategy where I'm staying on super high hit points, I could legitimately use Focus Rage a lot more aggressively. Yeah, let's do that. Let's set that up. Do I want the Endurance? Or do I want the Focus Rage? Endurance I can set... the Gamma Slam. The Endurance I can set up this turn. It's hard to say. I think I attack here, though. I think I attack Shocker and kill him. Do I flip? If I don't flip, I definitely don't keep the Gamma Slam. Let's keep the Endurance. set up that, take a damage, draw a card. Let's fraught for 2. Fraught for 2? No, that's not it. Attack for 1 to remove the stun. Not tough, stun, tough. Now, let's attack with She-Hulk against the Shocker. There's still 2 up here, because I didn't remove it before with Hellcat. I attacked here for the tough. Let's flip. Oh, don't be like that, Octagon. So I did decide to flip after all, but I will play the first aid. Use the first aid to trigger that. Healing, removing the 2 threat off there. Give me a very good setup, and I'll hold on to the endurance because I kind of want the extra hit points, even though I really don't think I'll need them. I haven't actually put his hit points to what he should be on yet. Anyway, that's fixed. That's fixed now. I'll hold on to the endurance. I don't think I'll need it, but I want to set it up anyway, so that it siphons out of my deck a little bit. Now I should shuffle into deck and draw 1 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Now I need a card. Set that one aside. Now we start the villain turn proper. Place 1 on here. I object to that. He schemes for... Why is it complaining so much today about my cards? For 1. And then 1 card. It's like he just... That's so little. What the? I appear to have lost the chat doc altogether. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so this is not actually going off. Whatever, we did in the wrong order. I've already seen this one, I might as well just do it. Okay, and the other one? Gain Surge. Okay, it wouldn't have mattered the order then. Would have surged, and this one would have been the one that comes up. Charge! Okay. Well, I'm definitely blocking an attack this turn. That's happening. Let's start my turn by drawing a card. 1-2 punch. I don't see any reason why I don't flip and hit him for the 2. Is there anything in hand that matters? I don't see anything. Let's just do it. Flip. Remove the tough. I suppose I could have healed that and used that to remove the tough, but I think... Oh, I could have done that. It really doesn't matter. Let's up my hit points by 1. Let's up my hit points by 3. So that's 4 more hit points. 16. I got 4 damage on me. Let's make that 5. To draw a card. And there was no way I could get that card before I flipped, so that's not a deal. Not a big deal at all. Okay, let's try and hold on to the counterpunch, but use the rest of these. There are 5. That's a problem, because most of these cost 1. So I could play 3 of them, but I have to lose the counterpunch. Let's start by attacking for 3. Triggering 1-2 punch. Don't do that. Setting me up. then I'll just immediately attack for 3 again. So he's down to 10. Now, reduce the damage I take by 1. I think I'm only blocking once in this whole game. One more time in this whole game. Let's use first aid to play first aid, which will be placed onto here. Oh, I could have taken it back to hand. And we played it. That's the same effect though. It's not worth it. And then at the end of the turn, I'm just going to discard the Assault Vest. Okay. This goes up to 2. I'm getting attacked and I'm blocking. Okay, that's a 6, 9. 9. Okay, it's a 9 damage attack. I'm taking 2 off of it, so I'm only taking 7. And I am counter striking here. Counter punch. Counter punching here. For 3 more damage. 7. Okay. That's gone 2. And 1 card. Surges, because Bomb Scare's not in play. Attacks me again. Can only hit for 7. So let's just let him attack me for again. 4, 6. Okay. That got a little dicey there. If I can draw into a Gamma Slam though, this is game. Let's draw. Let's draw at the cost of a hit point. There is no way I say an alter ego here. 100% not happening. Though I think I set up my superhuman strength to use that as a... No, I removed the 2 threat here using that. I do set up the superhuman strength, it's just too good to pass up. Even if I'm not going to use it. I guess I just don't use Black Widow. I can't get attacked in Alter Ego, it's going to be on 0 threat. He's got 17 cards before he can even do a thing again, so that's good. Nice and safe. I removed 2 threat, I did use this, so this should be on a damage. I could set up Black Widow. It's an interrupt, not a hero interrupt, so that's pretty good. There's no threat to remove. I just can't use the Honorary Avenger on Black Widow, but I don't really need to. This one will always be able to heal 2 off instead. And then let's just flip before I forget. And I'm not going to use this for anything. It does not make sense to when I have lethal in on the board next turn. There's more. I don't need it. Object to that. He thwarts schemes for 2. Alt enter. I get 1 card. That card says Sandman, who has tough, but he doesn't do anything. So now the only consideration is whether I can, because if I flip, hit the 2 damage here, I can kill this with the 5 damage attack. So the only consideration is whether I want to play this out and try and kill Sandman and clear this as well. Clear this is easy. You just fought with one of these. Or I could use a resource for it, I guess. Okay, we're pretty good on the fraught front here. Indomitables are useless. Ground stomps are useful, I guess. 1, 2 would not get me through that. Without a ground stomp, these 2 could do it. I win the game before I can kill Sandman, but I could have done it because I could do. None of these cards matter. I could do that. It's a ground stomp, which would remove the tough. Put a damage on there. Fraught for 2 there. Attack for 1 there. Then I could why does it have 1? Oh, I forgot the do you even lift, which would have put 2 on it. Oh wait. If I attack here, if I ground stomp again, that puts us both on that. That allows me to go attack here, discarding that, stunning that guy, but who cares? Play 1-2 punch. Oh, after the Helicarrier, play 1-2 punch, ready, and a kill Rhino as well. So I can be basically perfect. No minions, no bread on the scheme, and Rhino is dead. It's overkill. I did not need to do that. I feel like I did that pretty quickly too. Let's have a look at the turn counter quickly. It doesn't have the turn counter on here. I'd have to actually physically count it. That's a shame. Oh well, that went quite well, I would think. Yeah, that went quite well. Obviously, that's the easiest expert. I guess Whiskey Business might be a little bit easier, but that's the only one I would consider easier. All the others are at least slightly harder than this, particularly with this modular set. So I guess I'll be trying out this same combination against Claw, taking it on to something that has more significantly more fraught pressure, which should hurts She-Hulk a little bit more than this, particularly when I'm focusing on the whole preventing damage thing. Although I prevented it a little bit too much, I couldn't Gamma Slam. That was a shame. Although I did almost die last turn. I got a little risky. Obviously I would have healed before I flipped if it wasn't for the fact he was dying this turn. Anyway, I'm going to cut the YouTube video here. I'll see you next time in the Claw video. If you're watching on Twitch, I'm just going to take a short break. Should only be 2-3 minutes. And then I'll jump on with the Claw video. Okay, see you shortly.